Hi, I'm Chef William Nemeroff with Ceres Bistro at the Beechwood Hotel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple brine. A brine is basically a salted water. What a brine is going to do, salt, as you know, acts as an astringent. What that's going to do is anytime you brine a piece of protein, it's going to relax the muscle itself, allow the water that's within that muscle to leave, and it's going to replace that moisture with moisture that you've flavored yourself. So it's going to make a much more tender, more flavorful, and certainly a more juicy product at the final result. The best thing to do with the brine is on Thanksgiving, brine that turkey. You'll never have a dry turkey, I promise. So to start with our brine, we're going to use about 4 quarts of water. About 3 cups of kosher salt. In this case, we're using sugar. You don't have to use sugar in a brine, but we feel it cuts the acidity, the saltiness a little bit. So about 1.5 cups of sugar. Now you can flavor your brine with whatever you like. What we've decided to flavor ours here at the restaurant is with a little bit of mulling spice. In this mulling spice, we have cinnamon, allspice, clove, and nutmeg. We're going to add a handful of bay leaves, about a teaspoon of peppercorn, and then 1 Spanish onion that we're just going to roughly chop, skin and all. Now we're going to bring this to a boil. Let it boil for about 15 minutes. That's going to allow all the flavors of the mulling spice and the peppercorn and the bay leaf to melt through that. And then we're going to put it in the refrigerator, in our case our walk-in, overnight till it's nice and cool. You certainly don't want to put a raw protein into a hot liquid. It would cook it. What we want to do is add that to a cold liquid. In this case, what we use with our brine is we do pork chops. Our pork chops we put into the cold brine for roughly 24 hours. We remove them from the brine and then we cook them. And what we have is a final product of pork that will never be dry and takes in all that mulling spice flavor. In this case, we have a pork chop. We've topped it off with a little rustic applesauce, some mashed potato, a little grilled broccolini. Bon appetit.